Hey everybody, it's Wednesday the 10th of April and we've just had some very exciting news about the UK's tallest and fastest roller coaster, Hyperia. Yes, we have seen sections of Hyperia's trains heading down towards Monk's Walk to go into the maintenance bay very soon. So we do think it's just literally a matter of hours, perhaps tonight, perhaps tomorrow morning, that we will see the sections of Hyperia's train being put together in the maintenance shed and then heading out onto the track and possibly testing later this week, maybe early next week. But it's all going to happen very quickly. We're hoping that Thorpe Park will release a nice polished kind of train reveal. I think they've kind of said that's going to be coming maybe tonight, we'll see. But in the meantime, we're going to go back a couple of days to Monday, well, Sunday, Monday, when we were down at Thorpe Park to have a look for the trains, because at that point we'd heard lots of rumours that they were going to be on site then. So check out the video. If you like it, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Good morning from Monk's Walk. It's Monday the 8th of April and I've come down here to have a look at Hyperia. We have heard some chatter on the grapevine that today could be the day that trains are being revealed and lifted onto a track. So yesterday evening we came down here to Surrey after being at Alton Towers for the weekend. And we came down to Monk's Walk here because again there was talk that perhaps it was going to happen last night. I mean, I think realistically there's lots of hearsay and rumours. People just make things up about, oh, it could be this weekend, could be tomorrow, it could be next week. But we spoke to the night security guard who was on, and he said that they were planning, so Thorpe Park were planning to get the trains on, and he said tested, but I can't see how they were going to be on and tested within one day. But he said that was meant to be happening this weekend just gone. So, and he said it couldn't happen because of wind. So today there's literally no wind. We put the drone up earlier on, so it's now 10 past 8. So yeah, we put the drone up earlier on. Ran the front of Thorpe Park, flew obviously from off the site, and there's no sign of any trains in the staff car park, because that was one of the things that people had said. Like, they said, the trains could be down in the car park, in the staff car park, go and have a look. So we're just going to have a look, nothing there. Although I did see, and hopefully I'll be able to insert some footage here, I did see a truck driving along the kind of the back service route at Thorpe Park. Could have just been, you know, food deliveries or something like that, but you never know, might have been the trains. So yeah, we thought we'll come this morning, have a look if there's any kind of movement going on down on Monk's Walk today. If not, we're here for most of the day, so we're going to be on park, keeping an eye on things. What we might do is just kind of stay around until the end of the day, just in case it's happening later. But Jack Silkstone has posted something to say he's going to have a new Hyperia video out today. So a lot of people are speculating that could be the train reveal, which would be very exciting. And obviously if they're posting the train reveal, it's probably because they're about to get the trains in the public view. That's what we're thinking. So yeah, very exciting day today. So it's definitely a lot less muddy than it was here on Monk's Walk a few weeks ago. A little bit muddy, but it's kind of, you know, soft rather than wet mud. So it's not too bad. Shoes aren't getting muddy or anything. And like I said, we came down yesterday. Absolutely nothing happening on site. No people. Well, apart from the one security guy who we chatted to, who was very nice. And his dog was lovely, although very vicious. So for anyone that says, oh, Thorpe Park don't have night security with dogs, they definitely do. We've seen the dog. He was a lovely dog, but I don't think I'd want to be chased by him. So think again if you're going to try and break in and climb Hyperia. Of course, this bridge now, quite iconic for anyone that sees updates. Some people come down in from kind of Chertsey direction, which is what I've done today. Others come down from Thorpe direction, down that way, Thorpe Village. Where again there is another bridge further at that end, so maybe we'll walk down there. If nothing's really happening on the site for a minute, maybe I'll have a walk further down and go over to that other bridge. I did notice yesterday when we came down that they have started clearing out in here where the old train kind of storage tent was. So yeah, that's being cleared out. Whether it's for, I don't know, whether they're going to store more materials in there or... So yeah, I don't know. They've cleared back that area, but who knows what it's for. I guess we'll find out in time. I can definitely hear some noises down here on the project deck. There's a site, HYPERIA'S site, but it could just be generators and pumps to pump all the water out. Samurai, I don't know if you can see there, Samurai looking very nice in its original red and black colours. So yeah, we'll be on park today to get a nice view of Samurai. And again, I'm down here, but it's looking pretty quiet. I can see some guys up on cherry pickers around the station. So yeah, let's go and have a closer look. It's just such a monster. What we did also notice yesterday when it was windy was that the whistling was still here. And I don't know if you can really see from down here, but the flags are now gone from the top of the lift hill, so it wasn't the flags that were whistling. So I wonder if we're going to find that when it is really windy, we're going to get that whistle through the park, the HYPERIA whistle, let's call it. So it looks like these guys are just cladding the station. Some nice gold cladding going on around the drain pipes. And of course this is where you'll be coming into the station after riding HYPERIA with the good "Welcome Fearless" sign. Because of course you'll have found your Fearless by this point. It looks like they're getting a lot of the fencing in. I suppose queue-line fencing or safety fencing, that kind of thing. But other than that, oh look, there's a guy just about to go up the lift hill there. If we can zoom in a bit. Wonder what he's getting up to do. Oh, and actually there is another guy, if you can see, just up there. So yeah, work is progressing well, but we're not quite ready yet. So I was just chatting to some of the workers down at the other end, at the end of the maintenance shed. They were working on the kind of CCTV and cameras down there, and they were saying that they've still got a bit of work to do. Whether that will affect the testing or not, he did say, "Oh no, nothing happening today." But you never know; they might be bluffing. It might be something exciting happening today. He did say they're waiting for one of the big electric hoists to be able to lift them in at that end, because although there is a chain hoist there, he said there's not enough clearance at the top of it, so they need to wait for the electric hoist. But then the other chap, who maybe wasn't meant to say it, but said, "Oh, I think it's in storage over there." And he's like, oh, okay. So perhaps that is here, perhaps it is ready. So you never know, it might happen later, but definitely nothing happening in terms of trains down here at the moment. Lots of cladding, lots of work going on. There's workers everywhere. There's guys kind of obviously up the lift hill, down the bottom of the lift hill, people carrying kind of metal conduit and kind of still getting the building clad and everything. And I believe that training has happened for the ride staff as well, or some kind of training has happened. So that's obviously another good sign, but it doesn't look like anything is happening right now or for the foreseeable next few hours down here at Monk's Walk. But we'll keep an eye on things. So I've come down to Thorpe Village, end of Monk's Walk, and here it is, the other bridge. This one a little bit narrower than the first one, and I was trying to work out as I walk along Monk's Walk where exactly the old train used to run, because obviously the train did run down to Thorpe Park, which is down this way. So yeah, for anyone that knows, did the train used to run along literally where this service road is that runs right behind the back, or did it run up at this higher level or on this side? And I believe this side is all the Thorpe Water Park area, and they've obviously put a load of rubble down there so no one can get through underneath this bridge, although I guess you couldn't anyway because there's a fence there. But yeah, where did the train run? My guess is it was probably along here, but it'd be interesting to know from anyone that remembers back in the days. So yeah, this is as far as I'm going to go along here. I'm at the bridge. Doesn't look like anything's really happening on Monk's Walk today, but I'll walk back down along, walk past the site again and see if anything's happening, and if not, we'll head into the park and I guess get some rides on stuff today. Hyperia was, oh no sorry, not Hyperia, Samurai was testing, so it'd be interesting to see if that's going to open today, although they haven't finished painting it yet because there's still a couple of the counterweights that are green and stuff, so yeah, we'll see, but it'll be a nice day whatever we do. Yeah, so down here on Monk's Walk there's all sorts of old stuff, infrastructure. Like, what would this have been back in the day? 4 posts and some rails. Like, what would this have even been? And I think looking at it, I don't think the train would have come along, well no, it didn't come along Monk's Walk, did it? But what is this? And there's also loads and loads of stuff in the other side of this fence, like boards for stuff. That one says British water ski perhaps, so I guess that's all stuff to do with the lake, and Thorpe water ski and stuff. But there is like flagpoles in there that have all been kind of consumed by the bushes and undergrowth and stuff. But yeah, down here, like, I wonder what this was. Very interesting. I'd love to know more about the history of Monk's Walk, if anyone knows, or anyone knows who would know more of the history of Monk's Walk. So when the trains do arrive, they'll come down this road. Of course, this is, so to the left here heads back to kind of Thorpe Village, and straight on down that way leads to the kind of engineering and maintenance areas behind Thorpe Park, the staff areas, and of course down this route leads down towards the main park itself and Hyperia. So yeah, they'll be coming along here at some point. So I've headed back down here to Monk's Walk. I went off a minute ago and did some drone shots from a couple of locations. So back down to Monk's Walk. It's like nearly 11 o'clock now. Still not much movement down here. There was some work going on down at the end of the maintenance shed there. The guys have finished doing the CCTV now. Yeah, so keeping an eye on things down here. I think probably before too long I'll head back and Jess and I will head into the park for a bit, but probably typically as soon as we go into the park, that's when stuff will start happening down here, which would be quite frustrating, because yeah, I definitely think that from within the park you won't really be able to see much in terms of loading up trains, whereas Monk's Walk here you've got an amazing view right next to the backside of the maintenance shed, right where they're going to lift it in. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on things this morning. There's lots of kind of official type people walking around on the phone talking about things. I did just hear some workers kind of talking to each other, and one of them said, "Oh, how long have you got left on site?" He's like, "Oh, just today." So might not mean anything, but yeah, I'll stay down for a little bit. We'll see if anything else happens, and I'll keep you updated. Of course, down at this end of the maintenance building is where the opening is. This is where the roller coaster will be lifted in. So the hoist slides along that middle girder there. So bring a car in, leave it down here on a trailer or whatever they're going to lift it with, and then yeah, hoist it kind of up into the air, and then slide the hoist back along that rail and inside. So obviously you can see there, I don't know if the camera's focusing or not, but you can kind of see that the tracks are just in there. So yeah, the hoist will slide along that rail, drop the cars down onto a track, and then they'll kind of hook them up and create a train. So yeah, hopefully not too much longer. I know I keep saying that, but I don't want to waste my whole day down here. And down at this end of the maintenance shed, and of course the station there, again, not too much happening. I'll jump up on the log here so we can have a look. There's a guy there behind the tree. So you know, he's on his phone, maybe on his break. So there's a guy there doing some work, and yeah, more people kind of working on fences, getting the fence lines in and that kind of thing. Trucks just pulled in just there with some more what looks like kind of fencing pieces and stuff. There's some guys down at that end doing some work on the cladding and stuff. So yeah, no one on the lift hill at the moment. A few people kind of on the on and around the site offices over there, but again, doesn't look like anyone's kind of really waiting and preparing for anything. So yeah, we'll see. It's all quite quiet at the moment. If something does happen anytime soon, I'd be quite surprised. One thing that is really cool, and I've only just noticed it, but it might have been like this for a while, is that the entrance and exit to the station are all kind of caged in with a nice kind of gold cage. So I think this one here is the exit stair ramp, and then kind of just on the other side you can see the entrance that comes in kind of on the right hand side of the track. It might be the other way around, I'm not too sure yet, but either way, like, more and more of the queue-line fencing and stuff has been put in, so we're definitely getting a sense of kind of what it's going to end up looking like. So I'm still down here at Monk's Walk, and it does seem as though the Merlin magic making team, which I assume they are taking down the scaffolding tower that is inside the station. Looks like they were doing some work on the ceiling, so it'd be quite interesting to see what the internals of the station are actually going to look like. Because yeah, they're definitely doing some stuff on the ceiling. Obviously we can't see into the station, but yeah, I reckon there's going to be some nice kind of, maybe not theming, but some nice kind of stylized elements in there. And now the scaffolding tower is coming down. I wonder if that means that they're kind of clearing the way for something to go into the station via the track. Well, that's it. It's about 5:30. Just leaving Monk's Walk now. Been down here for most of the day actually. Well, forwards and back, kind of getting food and stuff. And yeah, it's a definite no for today. The gates all been shut up. The workers have mostly gone home. I spoke to Jack Silkstone, who came onto site about half an hour ago to film an update, and he said that, you know, he couldn't really say anything, but he did say, oh no, nothing tonight. So I'm thinking, looking at the rest of the work that needs to be done, because they're still working on the kind of the lift hill, the motor at the bottom, for quite a few hours today. There was quite a few guys all stood around the lift hill motor, so I don't know if there's some issues there or something. Jack did say, oh, there's been a few issues, but you know, they've got flexibility in there, or they've allowed extra time to be ready for the 24th. So I think probably that date is still achievable, but yeah, it does look as though it's probably going to be a couple more days before we see trains on site, and I don't know, maybe 5, 6, 7 more days or something until we see testing. I'd like to think this week, but who knows. So anyway, there we go. That is our little Hyperia update for today, down here at Monk's Walk, right next to the M3. It's very loud down here, but we'll catch you in the next one. Don't forget to leave us a thumbs up and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.